Hey guys, Nevada Cario here. So it kind of feels nice not to be uploading videos every single day, to be precise, because sometimes it gets really boring, by the way. So yeah, today's Sunday, November 1st. Daylight saving times it's just around the corner already in my state. I know they tried to remove daylight saving times DST in my states, and honestly, I know some people are not gonna like what I'm about to say, by the way. Even though I know daylight saving times, people say, oh, it was designed for, the sun and all that stuff. But honestly, for me, I actually like daylight savings times only because I like it sometimes when it gets dark earlier. So I also had to say, yesterday, honestly, I don't really like Halloween, but we went there just because my dad's friend invited us, so it was like a reunion as well. Phew, I see a Trump sign there. Wow, it's just beyond. Like, I think people act like they're gonna die. I feel like that's the mentality that this country has. That we're all gonna die if we don't vote for the right person. It's history repeating again. And not to mention the fact that I also wanted to talk one more thing until I move on to the main topic of this video. So by the way, I was talking about how, about thinking to myself, what rights do we even have? Like, what are rights? Rights are supposed to be something, in my opinion, that shouldn't have to need to get permission, from the state. It doesn't matter, and people will come up with, oh, it's designed. The law or whatever, a permit, license is designed to keep you safe. Laugh out loud. When I go into the car, I don't even feel safe at all, I never think about getting into a car crash, because if I do, that kind of ruins the day. A big one would just ruin the entire day and where I would love to go. So yeah, and I don't care, even if people say, oh, it's strict enough, or, it's Europe, it's more stricter. And here it's like, no way, I would not like to see that come to America. I mean, what rights do we have? We don't have any rights. The only rights we have are privileges. We don't have rights. If we did, everything, the rules wouldn't have to be from the law. It would have to be from the corporations. Well, corporations already have that, but I mean, it would be us to decide the rules and not a law, what man comes up from their ass, It's just downright ridiculous. I mean, it's just the clown world. It just makes me laugh. I can't believe how people, history is just repeating itself, I love to say, during the old times when aviation was in its golden standard, I have to say the older planes, I have to say, I like aviation. Just to tell you, I really do. I watched a lot of air crash investigation documentaries. I used to watch that a lot when I was like 11 years old, when I first started watching those. And I really loved aviation. I have to say the Airbus A320 was the first passenger jet plane that I ever went to. So yeah. So that's in my part, back then the laws were less strict, what you could bring on board, it wasn't so strict back in the older days, even though I wasn't born in the older days. And we had, smoking wasn't even banned on, airlines and all. And honestly, I wouldn't, as someone that doesn't even like smoking, because I'm, 20, I have to be 21, by the way, unfortunately, thanks to Donald Trump and his cronies and other politicians too, even the Democrats, because because they're as big anti-smoking as the Republicans. Honestly, I don't think smoking is cool, but it's bullshit that you have to restrict 18-year-olds. It's bullshit. I don't care whatever reason to why. But it's bad, and you're not mature enough until you're 21. I don't give a shit. So you meaning to tell me that somebody who is in the military, at 18, they can have machine guns because it's, work equipment and all that stuff? So you're meaning to tell me that they can shoot and kill people abroad, but then when they come home, they can't do certain stuff at 21 years of age? It's just like, that's just outrageous. Like, why does just make an official adult age be 21 if that's what the majority of these FUDs in this country think? I've come to the realization that the identity groups, the LGBTQ community, and any other, like gun communities and, any community that has anything to do are just downright FUDs. There's no doubt about it. Yesterday I got really mad because my mom made me wear one of this customizable, disposable Halloween mask, and mom was like, wear it, you gotta wear it. But then I got so pissed off, I just left the house and went for the walk in the neighborhood when we went into her house. So yeah, I forgot to say about that part, man. Honestly, I don't care who wins, but if I hate to talk politics, but I mean, if Biden wins, I really don't want that to happen. But if Biden wins, I hope people do stand up. I hope people in the gun community stand up, just like in 2012, when the SH thing happened, FF thing happened in 2012, December. I hope people do make a stand, because with the Trump years, I have not seen people make any big, huge stands, and not even in my state, We didn't see people like huge protests, not a single person in the gun community. And honestly, I would have said that back then, but now it's like, you know what, forget it. I'm never not going to participate, in any of any rallies. I've never been into a rally. I don't think I'll ever be in one. That's what the sheeple do. Sheeple just go into rallies. It's like the sheep to the slaughterhouse. I'm not saying that everybody will die, but that's kind of the mentality. It's kind of like what they want us, just so then they can laugh at us. I don't know, sometimes they do listen, to the people. Yeah, but in Virginia, they may have listened to some laws to not pass in Virginia, but they still passed a lot. So I don't consider that a huge win. I'm sorry, but it's just not. They still passed the laws, the safety laws there, and red flag laws were passed. Wow. There's nothing, there's just nothing you can really actually do for what's coming. I'm not here to sound like a fear monger, fear porn. I'm not saying that it's going to get to the absolute worst. And even the people that don't like politics, I just saw a video yesterday, politics. I was like, yeah. But then I saw another video. It's like, please mask up and stay home. Like, excuse me, sir, but I haven't stayed home like that since May of this year, since this state opened up in Nevada. It's like, wow, this dude really is out of touch. Son, unfortunately, I do wear a covering, but I don't wear a medical mask, by the way. And customizable masks is just like, wow, forget it, I don't see that cool. I just see that as, for normies, for all the fucking normies out there in the world. All you normies that love, all you normies that love sports, that's what normies do. They just hoard on the sports. They hoard it on so hardly because sports to them is like, oh my God, yay, I'm so gay about sports. Wow. That's why, honestly, I hate seeing that Raiders stadium in my home city. I hate seeing that stadium. Well, I have to say, unfortunately, my one of my dad's friends is one of the people who did build that stadium, by the way. I mean, all I can say, it's really much it what I wanted to say. I mean, we don't even have rights. We just have privileges. Honestly, I would rather have dangerous freedom. I'd rather have no I'd rather have no laws. Like legitimately. I would rather have no laws. I would rather just have rules. Don't get it all twisted. Oh, you don't want rule of law. You know what rule of law means? It means to me when I hear somebody say that, it's that they want a centralized system, and I don't want that. I want a system where people get to choose much more than we can actually do. Than what we have now. Honestly, I want radical change. At the same time, Chronic Blast is like, we gotta be radical. We gotta do this. It has to be killed people. And I'm like, well, I agree with you, but unless everybody is on par, we're all in sync and we're all in agreement. But that's just not what's gonna happen. It's just never going to. And at the same time, I really do not want to kill people. I really do not want to do that. It's not really in my DNA unless I have to defend myself, even if it were a tyrant. Yeah, I agree that those tyrants need to go. A life's gotta bye-bye. But hey, I think it's, at the same time, I feel like it's wrong. I'd say arresting them would be much better, citizens arrest. And all these tyrants should be, I think, yeah, they should be arrested. That's better than, than just killing them at the spot. To me, I just see that as wrong, So that's one thing I do disagree and agree with Chronic Blast. By the way, I'll see if I can mirror a video because I saw a good video in regards to Fuds. Even though he's a conservative, I'll see if he does allow me to mirror his video, because I feel like his channel is really kind of small. He only has 34 viewers and I have like 55. It's so incredible how I reached to that level. Anyway, I feel like I'm boring you all. I'm just gonna stop there. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. Arigatou gozaimasu. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe on November 3rd. You never know what's going to happen on that day. It could be the same thing again. But anyways, like 2017, 2016. Hope you guys have a good day. Could be worse. Peace.